Alright guys, we are using the Mr. Car Tool Smoke Detector T100. Got my finger on the choke with it open, or the throttle plate, whatever you call it. A lot of smoke coming from the intake manifold area. Can't really source exactly where. Valve cover, whole lot right under here. Wow, a lot of smoke. Alright, I mean she's on, she sounds pretty good. Low on fuel, low on oil. I'm not gonna push it. There you go, just a little. There's a huge pile of what we got going. Valve cover gasket, intake manifold gasket, other intake manifold gasket. We also got the oil filter housing gasket done. Hey guys, I usually do stuff and I never make a video, but today I thought I'd share. Got my smoke test machine here and we're running it trying to find some leaks. Right now I can see one for sure on this crankcase hose right here that connects up to the valve cover. Beforehand there was a lot more smoke coming out of the whole motor valve cover area. Something over there looks like it could be leaking. But we did replace a whole lot of gaskets. Right here it looks like maybe I have to tighten up some bolts, so let me get to that. But look how much smoke there really was in there, and it was doing a great job of keeping it in there, actually. Look at the smoke machine, isn't this great? I'll leave a link on Amazon where I purchased it. I think normal auto body shop was charging like $180 for just a smoke test. So I went ahead and got the tester, I think 45 bucks shipped. So yeah, and then that way I could save money and buy the gaskets that I needed, because your boy isn't doing too well. And here's the car, actually itself isn't doing too well. It's a convertible. Look at the inside. Gotta fix the convertible top. Almost about everything on this car is gonna need to be redone. But I thought it had a good motor when I bought it, and I got it for cheap, so we'll work with it. I got a M3 body kit. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Thank you. This is what came in the kit, but today we're just going to be using this hose. The previous one was cracked right here and they tried to just duct tape it. So that wouldn't have worked. I tried to fix it with some super glue, but it still was leaking and it broke coming off. That's how brittle it was. So might as well just get a new part. Also, I thought it was a good idea to put some silicone paste around the O-ring when I installed it, but seeing that it actually hardens, it would most likely create a gap in between the O-ring, and so most likely it's better without it. Just scrape out all that if you did that. Then install the new one. It's got new O-rings anywho. But yeah, this part of the kit I'm most likely just gonna sell, as the one in here already works. And I did on the gasket part put silicone to help it, because it was old. Got the new hose installed. When you're installing it, just kind of do what you do when you're uninstalling it and squeeze these clamps just a bit. That way it helps to get around this lip. Clip it in place, make sure it's snug and tight on both ends. This motor's looking pretty clean, guys. What do you think? Well, even New parts maybe still need some silicone paste. I'm not too sure. Both ends is leaking. It's brand new. Maybe some of the residue from the old stuff, but I cleaned it alright, so maybe it just needs some paste. We'll see. Any leak would be considered a small leak. Then you can see from this valve cover gasket, the little grommet where the bolt spewing out of there. It's pretty disappointing. Even new parts sometimes fail, so you gotta check your work. I mean, all the other ones are doing all right, but you can see like this one, it's only a month old, and look at all that cracking. So I might have to get a different brand and then go with that and replace the ones that are leaking. Like you could see it just coming out of that gasket right there. It's a bummer. Pretty sure I tightened it too. And then just out of here, so everything is just slow progress. As you could see, it was still leaking from both ends, even though it's brand new. And I don't feel like using the RTV paste because it gets way too hard and actually creates gaps in between the seal. So I'm not too sure at this moment. I don't want to just put it back in even though it's clean and there's an O-ring. I'm thinking of getting a bigger diameter O-ring or thicker, but same radius, if that makes sense. So maybe it'll seal better. Or I'm gonna have to look on the internet for something, some sort of gel or paste, or I'll let you know. So I was thinking of stuff I could use to make a better seal for this hose up to the valve cover and down to the lower unit assembly where it connects to. And I can't really use that paste that I just took off, this RTV paste. So I kind of thought, what about balloons? So I'm going to use the neck part to try and put it on here and then have it go on the inside. The O-ring will have like a millimeter extra thickness, and then this will actually be clipped in and held in, hopefully, by the clips. That's what I'm hoping. Sort of like that. Give it a little bit of space for when it pushes up on it, it's probably going to pull it back. And also the other tube is going to insert, and all that is just going to hopefully seal it. As far as this small valve cover grommet gasket, that's how it is. You can see it's all wet on the underside because it was seeping out. I'm just going to go back to my original Victorines, pick the best one out of all of them, and we'll go with that and see what happens. Alright, check it out. We got plenty of smoke in there. It's going to be kind of hard to hold this tight. It wants to pop out with the pressure. Opening the throttle plate. Check this out though. Seems that we have sealed the leaks on both sides. So that balloon trick worked. You can thank me in the comments. Love to hear what you have to say. And sadly, it's still spewing from that gasket area. Not too sure what's going on with that. Even with the Victorines, it's still spewing. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, one problem solved, one more to go, and then it should be pretty airtight. So I used a balloon and pushed the nut through the washer and through the rubber grommet. That way I'd seal in between there. And then between the grommet and the plastic, I put a bunch of RTV paste. I'm going to give it a day, and then I'm going to give it the smoke test. That way it dries and cures. Sadly, it does look like it's still coming out of that dang valve cover grommet gasket. A bunch of RTV paste under every component, under the washer, under the grommet, under the washer connected to the grommet. Then we sealed the nut on top of the washer. Just every little tiny seepage that you could think of. Alright, plenty of smoke going. Shove it in there. Alright. Now I know it doesn't leak over here, but I'm really hoping that it's not going to start coming out right here. This is real time, guys. I mean, I'm not seeing anything come out of there actually. This is great news, guys. I think we actually have officially, the smoke is coming out of the machine. I think the pressure is so good. We should see how much. Yeah, honestly, I think that we fixed it. Heck yeah, guys. It's because every P0455 YouTube video that you see, these goobers are telling you that it's your fuel cap, easy fix, or it's your breather vent solenoid up here by the intake. Of course, you know, I just went ahead and got this one, but I do not recommend this at all. It does not even seal. I went back with my OEM one, and then this is my original. I think it works, but you know, all the videos that you're fed, you just believe it's two simple solutions. So that one I got off eBay. It's from a Z3, compatible with this car as well. Just got to make sure you have the same electric connectors in these two little dots. Also the side port. Got to pay attention to those type of things. You could get the wrong part easily. So do not just watch some YouTube videos thinking that these are the problems, because as you can see from my video, I've done a whole lot of work, and if you weren't mechanically inclined and you had to send this into a shop, it would be like buying a whole nother used car pretty much. So hopefully this video can help you out to eliminate some stress and get your E36 on the road. Good luck, everybody. Alright, thanks to my mom and dad, they gave me this as a gift. I've had it for a while. And instead of having to drive about 50 miles for the light to shut off, I went ahead and cleared the code. So I might take it for a little drive up and down the street, leave it running for just a bit, and then see if the light comes back on. If not, then we can take it to smog. But if it comes back on, then we'll have to figure out what I can do. Alright, so we did the warm up from a cold start after we erased the engine code. And I was heading out for my drive when the check engine came on, sadly. So doing the check engine scan right now. Gonna see what code is popping up. If it's still the evap leak P0455, you might see this car drive off a cliff. Got some Bosch Platinums with some anti-seize. Make sure you use some of that. We're gonna change it from the iridiums it had in it, so hopefully it does better. So as you could see, even new spark plugs didn't help. It still has a cylinder 1 misfire. So what I did is went ahead and just swapped over cylinder 1 ignition coil to cylinder 2, ran the test, and lo and behold, the check engine light came on for cylinder 2, meaning that this is a bad ignition coil. You can just get that, throw it away, you don't need it. I went ahead and ordered this puppy online. Same one, just a used part. Go ahead and get that in, run the test. Make sure it doesn't come back on, and hopefully it'll clear the engine code. Here we are on the drive test. I have the scanner checking on the IM readiness, and then just going down this wine country road. This is a perfect road for this. Stay tuned. No check engine, which is great. Now we just got to get rid of those monitors. This one finally went through because I haven't had a check engine light. Then we were able to run on to step 2, then 3, then 4. Now we're on step 5, idling while in drive. Luckily, while we were driving, I saw that actually 2 of the monitors, the EGR and then the Sonda Lambda heater monitor went okay. So now we're just waiting on the catalyst and the secondary air system monitoring. The evap system doesn't really need to be complete for California. The secondary air system monitoring can be shut off by the cold start idling. It says here if it doesn't shut off, then try it again tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna do. Catalyst monitor is okay. That was probably about 20 minutes